said you were dead. You must be double dead!
Why are you running? Why are you running?
So, The Nightmare Before Christmas is a film that I love, as evidenced by the title. More importantly, the film is argued as whether to watch it during Halloween or consider it a Christmas film and watch it then, even though the people who made the film said it's a Halloween film. So today, we will determine when you should watch it. Oh, and maybe review the film or something too. The Nightmare Before Christmas has a fairly simple plot. Bony boy Jack Skellington learns about Christmas and becomes obsessed with the holiday, and begins to corrupt it, creating his own version of the holiday until he learns to not meddle in the affairs of others, and remembers why he loves Halloween. This may sound trope-ridden, and it has a few tropes, but manages to be fresh and enticing throughout. Jack is a great lead, and it's just an absolute pleasure to watch. Sally makes for a solid lead as well, allowing for more slowly paced scenes compared to the more grand scenes with Jack. And Oogie Boogie makes an amazing antagonist, riding the thin line between comedic and threatening. The film truly peaks at the climax, where Jack and Halloween Town's presence terrorize the world, and then Jack gets shot down.
Painting targets for artillery support.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night!
After getting shot down, he laments and realizes what he did was wrong and he needs to set it right. So he has a showdown with Oogie Boogie to save Sally and Sandy Claus, then returns to Halloween Town and has a small duet with Sally, reprising Sally's song from earlier in the film as the film comes to a close. This is an extremely simple and effective plot, and it works amazingly for this film. The film is stop-motion animated, and it's beautiful. This is one of, if not the most famous stop-motion piece of media ever produced. They even add tiny little details, like when Santa goes down the pipe to Oogie Boogie's lair, snails spring out of the pipe as he goes down. Or when a fat kid runs from a toy and the rug under him slightly trips him up by moving backwards. The animation also allows for extremely expressive facial animations, which just look amazing. This film also happened to cause my interest in stop-motion animation as a whole. I think the animation holds up extremely well, proving the testament that stop-motion animation, I think, is the most timeless form of animation. The score of this film was composed by mainly Danny Elfman, among others, and I don't need to tell you how good this score is, so lightning round. This is Halloween, a perfect introduction to our setting, characters, and their lives in an iconic opening. Jack's Lament. After getting introduced to the Halloween Town as a whole, we get to see Jack's view on all of this in a solid song. What's This? A wonderful introduction to Christmas Town and my favorite track in the film. Town Meeting Song. A nice way to show that the residents of Halloween Town don't understand Christmas, foreshadowing their corruption of the holiday later. Jack's Obsession, a fun song with slight sinister undertones as it sets up the main part of the film after this point. Kidnap the Sandy Claus, a simple song setting up the climax of the film and Oogie Boogie as a threat. Making Christmas, a song that shows the pleasantness of Christmas Town's Christmas as opposed to the corrupted holiday that Halloween Town has devised. Oogie Boogie Song, an absolute treat, finally showing us Oogie Boogie and the games he plays with his victims. Sally's Song, my least favorite song in the film, but adds some nice depth to her character before the climax, and becomes extremely good in the reprise. Poor Jack, a song that slightly mirrors Jack's Lament, with Jack finding purpose once again. Finale slash reprise, a triumphant version of This Is Halloween turning into What's This but sung by the residents of Halloween Town. Then shifting into a reprise of Sally's song, and it's solid. If you dislike films that convey large plot points through song, this film may not be for you. Time for some random quickfire thoughts that don't fit anywhere else in the video. Let's start. I think the set design in this film is really good, and I love how Jack's tower seemed both cozy and frighteningly mysterious. I also used to be slightly confused as to if the scarecrow in the opening became Jack Skellington, and to be honest, I'm still confused to this day. That's all in this category. Conclusion time. So I love this movie, and that's no secret. I think it's a must-watch. It has an excellent plot, amazing animation, a stellar score, and just a ton of random things that just make this movie absolutely amazing. I just have a warm feeling watching it every time. But alas, you may ask, when do I watch this film? As I promised to answer that earlier. Just watch it on both holidays.